ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Ahmad Knowles with your ZNS Total Sports. The 2019 Best of the Best Regatta got underway this morning with a later start than anticipated. Nonetheless, the boats were on the water, but last night it was time to party as the skippers gathered at the Royal Nassau Sailing Club for the official welcome party, where officials would give the skippers their starting orders for the races. But the minister responsible for social services letting the sailors know the sport of sloop sailing is well on its way, becoming the official national sport of the country.
In addition to the housekeeping that the ministry has done, in March of this year, a paper was taken to the cabinet of the Bahamas as a further step towards making sloop sailing the national sport of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. There is still much work to be done in order to ensure that all sailing comes under one umbrella. There has to be the understanding of the need for the various groupings to come together and collaborate, so that when you hear about sailing, you hear one voice, you hear a unified body.
This team also caught up with some of the sailors who would give their expectations for the weekend, as well as get in some good old-fashioned trash talking.
We're expecting to do pretty good this year. Last year we had a few hiccups. We fixed it. One of it was a crew. We were short last year, but this time around we are pretty much set and pretty much on the way to victory. So we're expecting to do pretty good. Looking forward to being in the finals on Sunday with the King of Knights and the Queen Drusilla.
Well, last year, Cobra, we were top 4, and we plan to improve on that. Jacob Salata and Lady Margaret, we want to get in the show, because those two boats haven't done what I expected them to do, but we're going to really do all we can this go around to really get involved and get into that Sunday series.
Yeah, we know it's going to be very competitive this time around. You know, everyone is shooting at us, but we have our schedule and our plan to deal with them. Like I say, is all the boats from last year is going to be competing this year, so you're going to look for the same results. All the new boats that come in, you're just going to get more points on the board by beating them a little better this time.
We have a new boat called Ruby. You know, this is going to be our first time. You know, we just built it last week. We just finished it last week, and this will be a test for it right here now.
I've been interviewing everybody all night for the Sailors Chat, right? And I've heard everybody's opinion. But now, we on ZNS, right? And I'm going to set the record straight. On Sunday, on Sunday, the Golden Girl
will not make it to Sunday.
The Golden Girl, the yellow and blue boat, out of Bucktown, Exuma, is gonna win the best of the best on Sunday.
In college football news, well, teams are all set for the December 20th showdown at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. The Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl is set to kick off the 2019 College Football Bowl season. The representatives from the University of Charlotte 49ers out of the CUSA and the Buffalo Bulls out of the MAC say they are certainly ready to go.
It means so much. This is the first time in our brief FBS history that we've gone to back-to-back bowl games, and to have an opportunity to come down to Makers Wanted Bahamas Bowl and have such an outstanding experience, first and foremost for our student athletes, but also for our coaches, our staff, and their families to be down here is something that, as we always say in our business, is being able to provide that first-class experience. We're able to do that, and we're creating those memorable moments. And what I've seen so far, the 24 hours that I've been here, I have so much anticipation of what and how our team's going to be treated when they come down here in a couple weeks. All factor that we talk about from a recruiting standpoint. One thing I look at is, once our program, when they walk through the doors of the Atlantis and they see everything it has to offer, once they get on the property and understand that they can spend the entire week right there in that property, have opportunity to be on the beach, in the pools, the various activities that are there, it's something that, for us, yes, we have to play a football game, but being able to have that time to enjoy it is something that's special.
Even this whole year, the ups and downs of we lost 4 in a row, and then you come back and win 5 in a row. First bowl game in school history, most wins in school history. on a 5-game winning streak. So your guys are still excited about having an opportunity to keep playing is a big deal. And so very fortunate. Now we're spoiled. I mean, you get a chance to go to the Bahamas for your first one. I don't know if they'll want to go anywhere else. But great experience. Very fortunate to be here and play a great Buffalo team.
In DSSA Hoops action yesterday on the junior boys side would be the CAG's Raptors and the SC McPherson Sharks. This one would be a thriller that would go back and forth, but it would be the size on the interior for the Sharks that would help them edge off the 2018 runner-ups 30-27.
We listen to our coach, we play the game of basketball, and we just win. We have to practice better, play better, and play as a team. I feel thankful. I thank the Lord for this win. Thank my coach, thank my teammates for working together.
In the beginning, pretty much they got complacent. We had the lead up like 10 or 12 or something like that, and they got pretty much complacent. But in the last, we just didn't execute, literally. We had open shots, we had wide open layups, we just missed them. More so, free throws. We missed, I think it was 17. If you miss all the free throws in the game, there's no way in the world you pretty much could win a game. So we just got to settle it down, go back to the drawing board, practice on free throws, practice on missing layups, and we'll be okay.
The Raptors coach on the makeup of his team.
All right, well, last year we used to run us up. For the past 2 years, run us up against C.W. Davis. This is our rebuilding year. A lot of them kids you see playing right there, they grade 7, 8. But hey, look at what they're doing. And I think the more we continue to work, the better we'll be. Practice make perfect, that's what they say, so that's what we continue to do.
In news from the NBA, Buddy and the Kings in action last night, but unfortunately for Buddy Buckets, his Kings would start their road trip off with a loss, so they would fall to the Portland Trail Blazers 127-116. Hill will put up 23 points, but his shot continues to struggle. He went 8 for 24 overall and 3 of 12 from behind the line. He added 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 2 steals. The Kings were already short without De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley, but at tip-off time, it was announced that Bogdan Bogdanovic would also be ruled out. The Kings will go on the road to San Antonio this Friday. The 8-14 Spurs are coming off a dramatic win against the Houston Rockets in overtime. News from Albany: as a player, Tiger Woods wasn't all that happy with his game in round 1 of the Hero World Challenge, but as the President's Cup captain, he had reason to be pleased. Gary Woodland and Patrick Reed, who will be part of the USA's team next week at Royal Melbourne, each managed a tough win at Albany, posting 6 under 66 and share of the lead after the opening round of a tournament that felt more like a President's Cup tune-up. Woods used 2 of his 4 captains' picks on Woodland and Reed. Only 10 players from the 18-man field managed to break par on a course that typically allows for good scoring. A full recap of Day 2 in tomorrow's Sportscast. And that's been a look at sports. Quick check on weather is up next.
ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.